Okay, folks, I'm going to make myself real clear. We're doing what is called an executive session. Anybody who's familiar with Robert's rules will know what I'm talking about. When we're done, we will open the doors and we will entertain anything that those people have to say. Why? Because I have been approached, and I shall not say by how many or who, sitting right here in this room right now, as to their feelings about being afraid to be at this particular meeting. Right now we have 3 cop cars in the park. We had 2 come in here at 6 o'clock. So if you want to pass the blame, you pass it right to me. I got some pretty darn big shoulders. Now moving along. There's one order of business, as far as I'm concerned, and many others today. February 14th, when the RVP, Justin Lawson, came to this park, he spoke to many of us. What he said was that some communities will be moving ahead with a paid activities coordinator. That person will be in charge of all the activities that are held in their park. It has been posted a couple of weeks ago. I've spoken to Justin. Everything I'm saying to you has gone through the RVP. I spoke with Justin a week ago and then spoke with him a couple of days ago. This is nothing that is just being done to single out Baker Acres. Bear with me. Okay? Cape May, New Jersey, Virginia, Michigan, just to name a few. This is what Sun Communities is trending towards. So these are all applications of sites where they are applying for to go to a paid activities coordinator. I'll pass these down so you can look at them. Some of the duties are going to be preparing newsletters, training activity department members, producing a calendar, organize fundraising activities, maintain accurate office and activity supply inventories, ensure all equipment and supplies are kept in good condition. In essence, folks, we will no longer be relevant. So we have decisions to make. And that is, what are you going to do with the approximately $5,247.10? I'm going to turn this over to Chris so she can explain to you. We are, as have been, a 501c7 IRS designated with an EIN organization with specific guidelines to how we disperse our money. When she gets done talking, I'll take the mic back.
Okay, according to the IRS designation, we cannot legally be affiliated with anyone organizing our activities that gets compensated. Period. End of discussion. It makes us void. The choice has been taken out of our hands. The options for how to disperse the money are, first of all, we can spend it within the activities that we were founded to fund. If we don't spend it within the park, within our activities, or something that benefits our residents, we have 2 other options. One is it goes to a federal, state, or local government authority that benefits the residents, like fire department, police department, something of that order. If we don't choose to give it to a government entity, then it has to go to a court, and they will determine where the money goes. Those are our options. If anyone wants to see the IRS form that states that, I have a copy of it. And that's kind of where we're at. I mean, The choice has been taken out of our hands. We have to disperse the money. At this point, our choice is, do we want to spend in the park or do we want to go outside? That's all we're here to decide.
Question? Is there anything in the definition of what the new park activity coordinator is going to do with regard to how then activity will be funded?
Yes.
And I think I read that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I have-
it's on page 2.
Okay. Help with and organize fundraising activities to support the department.
And if they then are, if they're doing the organizing of the fundraising activity, we can participate in that.
That will be up to them.
I would imagine, I'm going to assume, any legitimate, well thought out, well organized activity will be gladly accepted.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is that.
And you may be asking the wrong people. I think you need to ask questions that are specific to the new activity coordinator.
I just want to understand something. You mentioned earlier that we no longer can be affiliated with the new activity coordinator.
No, I did not say that.
No, I did say that. I did.
Our money,
I said that because our organization, once there's anybody affiliated with these activities that is getting compensated, we are void
Right.
by
So
IRS law.
So the new person is a paid person, therefore we can't be
We are
connected to that. Well then how can that person come to us for assistance on raising?
You'll have to ask them. They may not. I don't know what their plan is.
You've got what she said screwed up,
All right.
okay? Our funds
Yeah.
cannot go to someone who is paid.
Yeah.
You people can do whatever you want for activities. Okay, that's what she is saying.
I hear that, but then if our fund can't go to the activity, the new person and be used, why then can their future activity bring us into the point of raising
pictures.
funds? Sounds like it's,
I think that's something you need to
You'd have to
ask
ask
them.
corporate.
All right,
what their plan is.
we're going by specific IRS guidelines.
They're taking pictures of
Taking
us.
pictures of us. And they're saying, shame
Oh,
on them, shame on them.
Oh, yeah, let them take. Just take that door.
Uh-oh. Is this where you people need to step out there and tell them to disperse? We just had someone wave his bottom at us through the door. That's right. Now, take charge.
Shame on them, shame on them.
Please. Please.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes, Elaine.
This get to this point.
Elaine, it's sad that how it got to this point.
It is sad.
This was the, yes, a part of the group out front. This is the answer that corporate came up with. I had an hour-long discussion with Justin about the park and what's going on and threats, and I'm not going into this, but tell me, I'm telling you that I had a very legitimate reason for asking for this meeting to be closed.
Should I call the sheriff and have him move?
He just drove by.
Yeah, this is good. Maybe if you
And-
just tell them they can come in later. Will they come in?
We did. And would you rather have that going on in here or outside those doors?
That's why.
Okay? Yes.
Is it the reason the money has to be
Please,
dispersed
can we hear you?
because it's the 5017C in the new organization?
Who is screaming?
Linda.
It is,
But where do they say
it is.
Gary. Yeah, that's the new series. Come back.
Oh, they're getting pushy shovey out there.
They're pushing
Someone
and
needs to
shoving.
call the police. And that's why we're inside, because there's a number of us that are afraid to.
Tell them it's a riot.
There's there's a riot.
Flo, please, everybody back away from the doors, okay?
Ignore that.
And this is exactly, folks, why I did what I did. And whoever got all these people so that they were going to come here today,
Okay.
look to them.
Hold on just a second, because Justin Lawson actually suggested to us, it was his suggestion to have a,
Hang on a minute, because we're trying.
it was Justin Lawson's suggestion to us to have this be a locked meeting. He suggested it to us, not the other way around. We need to be very clear on this.
He's the son that rules.
He's
Yes.
the regional vice president.
He's the representative of the company that owns this building.
As a group, aren't we already doing all these things?
But it's being taken to the corporate level, Sylvia.
So if we're being dispersed, they need to be dispersed.
That's right, that's your trouble, right?
And that's probably going to happen, but
Yes.
he's going to have to address that with them directly.
Okay. But back to the money of dispersing the money, why can't we just take the money and put it into all of our,
Exactly.
And that's what we would like to do. It's up to the committee to decide.
I'd like
Absolutely.
$1,000
For the Sylvia Nichols Fund.
for my Good Samaritan project.
Okay, folks, listen, please, please, one meeting. We have functions that will go to the end of the season. Bill and Elaine's coffee. We have a scheduled ice cream function. This would be, I'm sorry?
St. Patty's Day is still coming.
We have no idea. They've not come and said anything. I think they're funding themselves.
Oh, I see.
Oh, Carol.
Carol, I'm sorry.
Okay.
They were asking about St. Patrick's Day dinner.
Yes.
Yes, we're having the St. Patrick's Day dinner, and we sold approximately 100 tickets so far.
So you're good. You know. Okay.
What
So
happens to
I
that money? What
It-
happens to that money? Does
it-
it drop off
Paid for the food.
after this?
The money to pay for the food for the.
Does it go back to the social club? No.
No. Why would you take the vote to social club when it's
Okay.
the activity from the activity?
Okay, gals, we're not going to.
Well, there seems to be a suggestion that there is a way for it to be retained.
And that's what we're trying to get through right now, Ron.
Okay, I just want to
Okay,
know what it is.
Bill. Well, if you'll listen, we'll tell you.
One of my questions, if the money gets dispersed, for example, like these microphones are quite old now, one of them I have trouble turning on and off, and they're probably $250 a piece. And in the future, well, whatever they cost, if in the future, when these microphones, how do we get that money?
I will believe that you will go through the corporation. That will be
Corporate
something.
is telling us they are funding whatever.
They're going to pick up on here, ensure all equipment and supplies are kept in good condition. Okay? I have had every assurance from Justin that, from the RVP, that all the activities you want to do will go on. Just there will be a
Different
centralized
hierarchy.
person, and residents will not be pitted against residents. We will not be
That's where it all stems from.
fighting with each other.
That's what it says.
We have two activities that have funds that we're holding for them. Right now, dinner theater, we have $382.17. Deckaholics, we have $182.22. I am only putting out thoughts. I want everyone's thoughts. I don't know the expenses exactly of dinner theater, but if we brought you to $500, that might be to get you with your deposits for a few years. Deckaholics, they do a heck of a lot in here. They haven't asked for any money for a year or so. If we brought them to $500, I'm only putting out thoughts.
Are they going to have their own accounts then in order to make this legal?
I'm sorry, but that's something that,
Well, my suggestion would be like with Deckaholics, if they went out and just purchased stuff for the park,
Okay, if they use it now, they don't have to do anything.
Right.
Okay.
If
Right.
you make these selected disbursements, then as asked for, how do you do that? You write a check to a
Yes.
person?
Out of our checking
Yes.
account to the chairman that it's going to,
I-
or Deckaholics treasurer,
I
For
can
example,
address
if
that.
Vivian's shuffling was an issue, or was an item that we would use this for, you'd write a check to Vivian, and as the chairperson of that, okay. Trying to understand.
Okay, if it's for like Deckaholics for them to go and buy things for the park or something like that, we will be writing checks out of the account. We're going to give everybody a week to clear those checks and the account will be closed. If we decide we want it to go to something bigger, you know, like repair of the shuffle, repair of the bocce, whatever that is, in that case where it has to go to something bigger, we will probably issue a cashier's check so that we can close the account and not have to wait for it to clear.
okay.
I guess I'm sorry to keep asking, but because of our historic waiting always on Sun or the office to do things, to get the funding for things and make them happen here, that there are various things that we've all asked for out of the office. One of the common answers that they always give us is it being in the budget. And will they be budgeting for
Ron,
this?
you're asking for questions that we don't have
You have
any
to
answers
ask them. We don't know.
We're dealing with what to do. First, I think first,
Activities only.
okay.
All right.
I think our first order of
Okay.
voting is, do we vote to do this?
Disperse the money, yes.
Yes.
To disperse the money,
Yeah.
which will in fact be that we will be retiring our activity committee. Can I have that motion from anyone?
A motion.
Brian,
I
let's,
have a question first. That if we need something for our group, can we let you know?
this would be the place.
How long do we have to?
Today.
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 Today,
This is it. We're figuring out where the money's going today.
Because I would like some money for my good card.
Today. Figure in your head, if people decide to vote on this, the
And that's why I
alternative
have
to
my
this,
calculator.
there isn't one. I wish there was, there isn't. We're being proactive. Okay, enough right now with the questions, Ron.
Let's
We're on to something.
Wait a minute.
I make the motion.
We're on to a motion. There is a motion on the floor. We have a first. Do I have a second? Jerry is a second. I will. The motion is that at this meeting, we are going to disperse our funds to our own activities that have benefited the people, and then we will be voting to retire our activity committee.
so we're all out of a job.
Really? Yay. Okay. Can I have a show of hands?
I'd like to add to the motion,
Okay, Ron would like to add to the motion.
just that if it's approved, that you poll each committee chairperson and ask them how much they may need out of this.
And I pretty much think that's what I'm trying to do. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
So can we, you know,
Okay.
okay.
Dan is taking pictures.
It's coming.
Imagine it will be by summer,
We have,
You
they're
have to ask the
interviewing right
company.
now.
so then I can get summer money,
No.
They're,
like I always did before.
they're interviewing right now.
Okay, I'm
And when we get to that, we'll talk about that. We have a motion on the floor that this committee will disperse its funds to activities that will benefit the people here who have supported us for years. And the Baker Acres Activity Committee will be retired by the end of
Next week.
next week to
Because
allow
that's when the account will be closed.
checks to cash and all of you to go to. All right. Motion on the floor. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand.
I need to count them. It looks unanimous.
It looks unanimous.
You got one name.
Yeah, the iron lady does have a heart.
It's okay. It's okay. Just get through that.
Sammy's got one up, but you can't see it.
Okay,
It's unanimous.
is it unanimous?
No,
Good.
wait, he's still counting.
Son of a bitch.
I got 30.
Carol's was up to 100.
31, 32, 33 with all of you.
All right. All right, folks, thank you. I really think this is going to be down the line in the absolute best interest of
all the
park.
residents.
Or I wouldn't be up here talking. Okay, I need direction on. Yes, we're going to go. I got it. We're going to go down through, and if we could just start, and we have $5,247.18. Can we? I need somebody to. Yes, you got it. How about raising hands?
Anybody who thinks they're going to need extra
Shar.
money, raise your hand.
All I really would care for is the money set aside for the dinner theater as it was, from all the free tickets that I got, that I was
Okay.
able to keep money down for the price of tickets. I don't want any extra.
Okay, I'll circle that then.
Okay, and why don't we, while we're at it, Deckaholics? Are you good with?
Would you like us to take it up to 500? Since you didn't add anything this year?
Okay.
And if need be, up to 500.
So do you want us to take what's there and bring it up to 500 so you have a 500 to start with?
That would be
For
great.
next season, you can buy whatever new LEDs or whatever, so make it 500?
I think
Is that
that
what
would
we're?
work, Christine.
Okay. Now, we will ask
She
for,
was asking for 500 for.
How do you turn this on?
Oh, it's to buy
How do you
new
turn this on?
LED lights for next year.
Because they didn't take anything this year, and traditionally they do, because they knew we had no income coming in this year. So that way they can replace their LEDs so that next year, you know, at least you guys are still going to have your beautiful Christmas decorations.
yes, Elaine.
What about supplies for coffee hours?
They will do that.
Like
Till the,
coffee and sugar?
till the end of the season, or are you talking next year?
Well, right now to the end of the season.
Absolutely. We're going to ask you to ballpark whatever you think.
Well, do you want me to store those at my house or keep them from somebody using them for something else? That's going to be awfully hard.
Yeah, and that's,
I don't know how to do that.
There's a locked cabinet back here. You can have the combination, store your stuff in there.
the office is going to have that access, right?
Are we
Or
going to
not?
vote on these one by
Do we
one?
know?
No, we're going to do
No, we're going
one.
to go through and we're going to list it all out, and I'll tell you where we're at financially.
Okay. So can we, while we're on that, can you give us a,
What, 150?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, you just thrown all this at us right now. We don't even have.
How much longer do you expect to have coffee hour?
Or at least,
Oh, there's the police. Sheriff's knocking.
Oh, sure.
at least 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay. And we do have coffee and stuff still available.
During the summertime, we have coffee and stuff, yes, we do. So that's
Well,
a separate.
yeah. I think that's going to come from the office probably, because they're going to be funding those things. They already told us during the summer.
I've never bought the supplies, so I don't know what they pay. Does that mean I have to buy the supplies through them?
If it runs out, I mean,
after next
What
week?
do we have? You girls have been buying supplies. You tell me what we've got, because I don't know. I haven't been able to get back there.
Bill's got it in his cabinet, what we have left right now.
We've got 2 things of coffee, and we've got a potluck coming up this Sunday. Where's Brian Keesler? Right here. We have 2 things of coffee, that's all we got.
Okay.
Give us the 5,000. That's a good one.
It's my understanding that you start the season with $100 and you just keep rolling throughout the season.
No, that's
for donuts, right?
For donuts.
That's the donuts. That pays
Okay.
for just the donuts. That doesn't pay for anything else.
No, but that's what we're saying. You still have that, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So if we
well,
added 150 to it,
we're supposed to give free donuts this month,
well,
too.
my suggestion is by the end of this season that you have your giveaway so the money is spent.
Yeah.
We're not carrying anything over till next year.
Just for that, I'm gonna need at least
How about $300?
free donuts, which is, everybody comes for the free donuts.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. This year they're not attending.
There hasn't been that.
I think you have to change
There hasn't been that many people in here.
Elaine,
Elaine,
300? Go ahead.
Okay, that's where we're going with that.
All right.
not enough.
Okay, Lois, woodworking.
Is this working? I would like $200 my wood carving to get more equipment for us.
Okay, we're going to put this, I heard you. We're going to put this down, and then we're going to tell you what we've got, and you can vote on it. And anybody else, I think?
Yeah, Nancy and I are doing, of course, potluck, and I guess we have to buy our own supplies now. Everything, coffee and dessert plates and
We still have the
Paper
plates
products.
and all of the paper products are still here, right?
And you have one left, one potluck to the end of the year.
we will have one Saturday, and then we'll have one probably in April. That'll be it.
All right?
So, you know, all I need is $5,000. I can put them back. I don't know what to ask for. Like, if I gotta buy, you know, if I gotta buy coffee, really it's fairly cheap to put a potluck on because you know all us good
Everybody
people
brings
are
their own
bringing
place
beautiful
setting.
food. But we have to have table covers. We have to have coffee. What else?
Sugar,
No, they can.
Chris can speak to what we have.
She's talking to you there.
Do what, honey?
What do they have for
what we
paper
have.
products for the potluck?
Help on
We
Saturday
have,
with.
we have paper plates back there still. I don't have the exact count right
hear
now.
you. Don't have to yell.
You don't have to yell, Don.
Well, you know,
Okay,
I cannot hear you.
okay, we'll make sure that you do hear us.
There are still paper plates, several paper plates back there. I don't have the exact count right now as of today, which I can get. We have paper cups, we have paper plates, we have carry-out containers, we have plasticware, tablecloths. We are going to be needing napkins. There's some straw. I know we have straws. I don't know how many. I haven't counted them. Pretty much all of the paper products are back there right now.
Well, I don't think I need that. Should you get like $100 to put in an account somewhere, or $150 so that if you run short of some of that stuff, you can replenish it, so these people don't have to all chase around?
I kind of was under the impression that
That's
as of today that it was
Well-
going to be dissolved.
We're going to see everything through till the end of our season, which is mainly the end of March.
Then I'm going to need more than that.
Okay?
You have a
If
rough
I'm going to
estimate?
still be buying coffee and such,
Then if you're going to be buying it, we've already just given 300 to Elaine.
well, then
Okay.
they can do their coffee stuff.
Then you're going to be buying incidentals.
Like napkins and whatnot. Do you have
And-
a rough idea?
If Chrissy wants to do that, I think that's great.
All right, Chrissy, will you do that?
What's that, the coffee and such?
She does a good job at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
can
is-
continue to
so
buy
does
it
that
till the
mean
end
we
of the
don't
season,
need
but at the
300
end of
for
the
coffee?
season, I'm finished.
Okay.
And
Are we
keep
more-
in mind, if we get a hired person in here before the end of the season, it's done anyhow.
Okay.
Because they will take over.
Okay, but I think we can work with that. We can put, if you're comfortable,
Well,
Three-
kind of hard.
we were gonna
figure
do
out.
300.
Okay, we have a potluck coming up that everybody brings their own plates.
but they need
and so-
coffee
But
and,
they're going to need coffee.
Chrissy, we
Yes.
usually do supply a 6-inch dessert plate for
Yes.
all the desserts. We cut them and put them on plates, so we might need 100 or so for each.
I just need you guys that are still gonna need paper products to come up with a list for me, because I can't sit here and give you a dollar amount. I have no idea what you're gonna want.
okay,
I would say at least at least 300, I would say.
Put it down.
Probably more so.
Probably more than that.
Does that mean we're getting less to coffee then?
Say, Sandy,
If there's-
go with,
Coffee, okay, we're gonna take 300 from coffee, but not really.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
what are you
I'm
gonna
sorry.
need for the donuts for the giveaway? You're gonna need extra for that, aren't you?
Probably, is 13 dozen, what, 97.50, honey?
But they still have $100.
Yeah,
That's what we see.
but we don't need that.
Free, when we give them free, they come. I used to get 13 dozen when we give them free because everybody,
So let's say $150.
well, you know, it's 100.
Okay?
But they
And that's
still
for
have
okay.
100, so, okay, so.
And then put clubhouse?
Everybody gets one
Like
donut.
give Chrissy like 500 to make sure she's got enough, right?
Can I ask one question about
Absolutely.
what's left, like in the supplies? Do they just stay in the back then, or you
We-
don't?
If the,
that's where they, as far as I'm concerned. that's
Whatever
where
is
they
left
have
in
it.
this building will just stay in this building when
It
we
will.
are done.
it will, there, no.
So what are we saying for Chris?
400? 500? 500.
And what am I supposed to do in the end if we get down toward the end of the season and there's still a couple $100 left? Just go buy paper supplies and stick them back there?
Yeah.
That's
I
Yeah.
just keep-
Yep.
Because the residents are gonna be the ones that get the benefit in
And
the
that's
end
what we're trying to
anyway.
do, is make sure the residents that have helped us earn this money get the benefit from all of this.
So are we going to consider doing anything with the bocce courts and the shuffle?
Okay, we're getting to that, all right? Thank you.
Somebody else
Um,
can have this thing. Like
Yes,
Chris, you will also, for the, St. Patrick's Day dinner, I can get with you as to the plates that we use and everything
Yep.
that we need for that.
The divider, you said you use the divider
Right.
nets or something.
The heavy time, yes. Okay.
okay. Ron?
Just everybody that needs paper stuff, just let me know.
I'd like to continue Reader's Theater, and the only expense really is for paper to print scripts and ink. And,
That's not for this year though, right?
You're talking about next year.
Yes.
That, you may not even, you're gonna have to go under the new,
Find out if they're even gonna allow for that.
No, we're just doing till the end of this season.
okay, for the couple of sections. All right. Kim,
I'm also on hold with Brian. Do we need anything on poker between now and the end of the season? Cards, chips?
No, I'm pretty good shape because Chrissy gave me a whole 12 packs of cards and we can do it. I mean, unless we want to have a big Texas home run, we give everybody $100 cards.
I already did.
okay, can we move along to, I have two concerns, and one is shuffleboard and the other is bocce. Bocce is desperately in need of carpeting and something, and shuffleboard has issues since they redid the courts. Now, okay, before,
I think we should do our smaller ones first and see what's left.
all right, is there anything else, any smaller?
The ice major ones. The ice cream social.
Ice cream social. We have an ice cream social that's already scheduled. What I would like to do is,
Make sure you have enough to do it so everybody can come for free. Because
Yeah.
we don't want to make any income off of anything.
and they deserve it. People
So,
deserve it.
what do you think you would need to do for that? 250
Well, yeah, it's free.
or 300?
Yeah, if it's free, you better ask
If
for
it's
more.
free,
Let's
yeah.
ask 300. And we'll just let everybody know it's free.
I didn't hear you. Okay, Elaine?
If there's any money left of what we're getting here, what do we do with that money that's left? Who do we
Spend
give
it.
it to, or what do we do
Well,
with it?
we're going to try and get it all spent. That's
Do
why
something
we're
for the people in the
running,
park.
that's going to
That's the only-
benefit our residents.
You know, if, well, like,
Just
Chris
keep
is
the
gonna do it,
receipts.
but if she doesn't spend, let's say, $400, where's the other, money gonna go? Where's-
She'll make sure that the supplies are up to,
I'll use it all on
She'll spend it all and put it in the clubhouse, and you guys will have it
because
for
it's
next
for
year.
everybody's use.
So at a Fairmount picnic, we've had them around the gazebo before for.
Yep.
But the park usually does that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the park is.
Let's first give to the activities, and then if there's anything left, then decide if we want to have
Well-
something like that.
And actually, and I will not be chairing another meeting. I'm done.
Yes.
In more ways than one. So to me, this will be the end of our activity meetings. So just, what do we got?
Okay, right now, with what we've already discussed, there's $3,829.32 left.
Did you get my summer thing down?
Not yet. Hold on just a moment. Where's Flo?
Oh, Flo, exactly.
You've been asking for 2 years for something better to do your water aerobics with.
No, we're talking to Flo.
No, just for a radio and to replace the disc on her.
200? We had 250 written down.
$200?
$250.
Nah, I should be able to do it for 50.
Because the equipment you had was 50 and nobody can hear it.
You need a good system.
Much
And
better.
you replacement tapes, and there's,
So 200.
because I'm assuming that will be a 200? Okay. Okay.
Replace everything.
Okay, what do we got? What's the total then? All right. We've got $3,629.32. Sylvia.
I'm just wondering, what are we gonna do about the Good Samaritans? Should I ask for money for this one more season, or?
That's for next year, Sylvia, and I don't know what's going to be.
You'll have to go to
Give them a
corporate and
chance
ask them.
Huh?
You'll have to go to corporate and ask them if they're willing to do it for the park.
Because it's gonna be in the fall,
You're right.
Yeah.
so I don't
It's
ask for
gonna
money.
be under corporate.
I really think we need to give to our own park,
Yep,
all right?
okay.
Summer's
Uh,
after the end.
Okay, I think that Marla wants money for summer.
That's after the season.
Well, I guess I'll hit this one, Marla. I've heard a lot about that we treated the summer activities different than the winter. And in fact, you're 100% right. We paid for 5 free dinners for the people in the summer. We did not pay for any free dinners for people in the winter.
That's right. Yeah.
We paid for 5 free dinners for summer activities.
With that money that went to.
The committee did not pay for any free dinners during the winter. Everything that people went to, spaghetti, pancake breakfast, everything, we paid to go to.
Unless it was a potluck.
Unless it was a potluck.
That's right.
So I guess I'm going to put out here, I guess we're going to take a vote. Do we fund anything to summer activities, or do we expect them to do as we have done in the winter? And if you want to have an activity, you put $2 in a pot and you do your feed.
Yes.
Brian?
We'll just let them take care of it themselves.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor that, go ahead,
I
Elaine.
was just gonna say, but I think they need supplies though, then.
There will be supplies.
That falls under my supplies.
I
Right?
think there's a, yes, you'll have some,
Paper products.
there's a motion on the floor that we do not fund summer activity food.
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 What about?
Is there a second?
Yeah, second.
Yep.
Gary's a second? Okay, can I have a show of hands, all those in favor? All right. I'm going to say that we're minus maybe 5. Do you want to count, Steve, or? It certainly has carried. Okay, 33. So that motion is carried. So let's move on to, how about, Mark, what would you be comfortable with if we split? Because both activities are very important. Both activities, a number of people, hundreds of people in the park do. If we split, Vivian and Mark, the 29, 32 in half, that would give you a leg up for bocce and shuffle.
Fine with be, but the only thing is, in the past, we've never taken money from the activity committee. We do our course now.
Stop talking over there.
Won't do it anymore.
We're not sure what's gonna happen years to come. This might be the time. Go ahead.
Shuffle's the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about that, if this is money that
We gotta spend it, we might as well do it for the benefit of the most residents we can.
That's right.
I guess if everybody's in agreement with that, that'd be fine with us, and I'm sure with Bob and who's running the shuffle next year. Rocco's not here.
Yeah, I'll be working with Rocco very good.
Okay, then,
Okay, so Mark, if we write a check out to you, can you go to the office and ask them, if, like, say you used that money to buy the new carpet, could they, if you could coordinate with that with them, that would be great.
I will do that.
Okay, thank you.
I will do the same on Shuffle.
Okay, Don?
I make a motion, we split it between the two.
All right, we have a motion on the floor that we split the money between the two.
And that would be,
Lois, Nat?
do you want to know what that figure is?
And the figure will be?
$1,814.66 apiece.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to just go through this one more time. Okay? Runny nose. I'd like to tell you it's allergies, but it isn't. Okay, and I think I'm going to ask for one more motion. We have dispersing our funds to our
Can you repeat that so Mark could write it down? What was the amount again?
Yes.
$1,814.66.
Then that's what we're going to buy, and that's what we're going to show.
Okay. So I'm going to ask for one more time. We're going to repeat the motion. And the motion is going to be to disperse our funds as follows. Deckaholics, $500. Coffee, $100. Woodworking, $200. Inventory, $500. Ice cream, $300. Water aerobics, $200. And
Bottom figure, Shuffle and...
thank you. Shuffle and bocce, $1,814.66. Each.
One second.
Dinner theater wasn't in there.
You're not.
You're a separate account.
You got.
You're a separate account. That's why.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that will be a cashier's check to close the account.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Do I have a motion? Brian makes the motion I just read. Dave seconds the motion.
You want to all favor and
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Thanks.
All in favor?
Raise your hand.
Aye. -2 is unanimous. All right, folks. I'm going
Raise your
to.
hand if you're not in favor of Sandy leaving.
You all don't know how much y'all mean to me.
yeah, I think we do.
Okay.
Okay, so those organizations that we have decided where the money is going to, I need the chairman of each of those to stop here before we leave to make sure you get your checks. And then we'll do a cashier's check to close the account next week, but I just want to make sure everybody knew that before you started walking away.
Okay. Sammy.
I have quite a bit of supplies for needing cakes. Do I keep that and continue doing those, or?
You talk to the new coordinator. That may be exactly what she'd like you to do.
I say hold on to it and go to them when they're hired.
Okay. Ron.
I think all of us understand and agree that volunteer work is always very thankless. And yet at the same time, I think the time that you put in and the effort, we all understand. I think you need to be given a round of applause for helping us.
Thank you, guys. Now, the hard part's going to be, I promised them I was going to open the doors.
So does this.
Did you
What
promise
are
to
they
make
gonna-
What are we gonna discuss?
we still have?
They are moving for,
Hold on a second.
We didn't vote on the last, did we? We need to adjourn first.
Oh.
Elaine has a
One
question.
Actually, my question is just a general question when you open it up. Is this happening then to the states that you said to all?
Yes.
I mean, like our sisters here and like Majestic Oaks and all those
he
people?
went through, he ripped off to me several other parts, but I didn't retain.
Go to summitcommunities.com, look under Join Our Team. They have a list of all the job openings throughout their entire empire. You can search for activities, you can search for managers, you can look at all of them, and they'll show them exactly what parks or communities the jobs are available at. And I just printed off the first page of activities.
And it will not be a
Different things,
resident.
about 3 pages of activities, directors and coordinators that are hiring right now.
And it will not be anybody from the park.
Oh, he specified unequivocally, no one from the park will be hired for this. It will be, no one from
No
this
residents.
park, no resident will be hired for it. It will be totally from outside.
A lot of things that nobody knows about, they combine Sweetwater, Settlers Rest, and Southern China all into one park. I don't really think those people are.
Okay, Berlin.
Just a while, I'm not clear, I might have misunderstood. But say I'm going with a card night that we have, we just play cards. Is that something that will be allowed or?
We don't know.
You don't know.
You have to
don't
talk
know
to the
on that
person who
day.
gets hired.
Whoever is hired is going to be the one who will be standing up here. And
I mean, we still carry on.
I can't imagine that anything that is done here, they would not approve of.
Sorry. Do we have to have a motion to dissolve?
Yes.
Not really, because they're taking it out of our hands.
But I believe we already made that early on. That was one of the first things we spoke about, getting rid of our money and hiring our committee.
I guess just to close out our meetings as an official, for whatever we did, should we?
We already did that in the beginning before we started.
Well, you told us that, but nobody here voted.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
We got a head count.
We did.
Yes, Sandy, maybe if we would group together and take the new activity director, one of our calendars, and point it out what was above for all of our activities. She or he would take into consideration that these are things we all like. And maybe she would adopt some of these things that he would adopt some of these things that go on. So we have to put it in our mind that we're going to try to work with her or he, and maybe we can retain many of the fun activities that we've enjoyed.
Absolutely. They're going to be looking for activities because that is what brings the RVers in. That's what keeps their parks active. But it's just, and we all have to admit things have gotten a bit crazy this season, and that is the answer to getting a handle on what has happened. Flo?
All right, if our committee is dispersing, does that mean that the other group is also no longer to be?
I have no idea.
No idea. No control, no idea.
Didn't Justin say that?
Gary's got his hand up.
Gary's got a response to that.
If they're, I mean, officially, what they're.
I'm talking, for God's sakes.
Why now?
She just spoke for me for the 10 years we've been here. I'm going to have a chance to say this. Committees, activities are not going to go away. We're still going to have shuffle. You're still going to play cards. You're still going to have dinners. You're still going to have the same thing. Okay? It's just somebody else is going to be controlling the funds, the monies, and the calendar stuff.
And
It's not going to be any different. So, you know, you want to volunteer? I'm sure they're going to work with you very closely. Okay? Let your hearts not be worried. Things will still go on in this park. And it'll still make it, hopefully, an attractive place to live again. Okay? Oh, one more thing.
You got to go home with me.
You got 2 places though.
Not fishing for compliments. We have had a ball here. We have. No counseling. I'm just saying we had fun here. And because of all you people, and we were really glad we had a chance to kind of contribute a little bit. That's it.
And thanks to Gary.
Okay, now,
No fishing.
now, what I'm gonna ask everybody is, how you want me to do this next thing? Do we adjourn, open the doors, let them come in and say whatever they want, but we're already adjourned?
We do not have to listen to whatever they have to say. When we adjourn, I'm leaving.
Well, we need to get our checks written first.
We've gotta
We
write
need to
some
get our
checks.
checks written first.
And I did tell them,
That doesn't mean we have to stay.
Okay, let's let her get checks wrote, get people's names and stuff for the checks before this all starts, because you know it's gonna get crazy.
Yes.
So Sue,
I'm going to have them come in and open the door.
Right now. We're gonna adjourn first.
All right?
March, after we get our checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
checks first.
All right. Yeah, let's everybody who's getting checks wrote to them come up here to Linda so that you guys can get them and we can get this taken care
All
of.
I'm going to ask all of you is, no matter what is said, please do not react to it. All right?
We gotta,
They're gonna ask questions.
that's fine.
Oh, I thought you said you got a call.
However you want.
Yeah. Oh, good.
We'll open the floor and then we will adjourn.
Yeah, nice hand. She does. Thank God she writes the checks because they'd never be able to read mine.
That's still.
Thank you.
You might be on from the speaker.
Sounds like something vibrating around the table. See you guys.
That's fine. That's fine.
Carrying it out.
Let's go to carrying it out. Well, that's what they wanted.
This is gonna get ugly.
They were concerned they should have been. They were concerned they should have been.
Are you sure? Checks, I don't remember.
It does help.
But, you know, somebody has a voice. Yes.
I'd like to have a little more time with
Your Rogers has a D in it, right?
No, D. I think we need to thank Gary also for all the input he's done in the park. We are going to both of you. Thank you. Thank you.
But they're not very far away.
Not giant.
yes.
Everybody help. Yeah, Christine and Cindy. Christine and Cindy. Well, they're leaving.
I have something to say. Excuse me.
That's gonna make me cry.
The one thing we have done today has happened to the 25 years of preceding us. And I think we have to remember all those people
that got us started. And I'm sorry that we couldn't carry it on because of a handful of ignorant, rowdy people. But don't forget what got us here. What got us here was all the kind hearts and all the kind people that I've been here 14 years. I've been involved in a lot. But no longer can I go around and welcome people to our park and tell them how lovely we are. Because right now we are fractured. So everybody, go out and do what you can do to make it better. If you have somebody that you want to make it better with, then do that. Because we're not going to survive as a community unless we do.
That's right.
That's right.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's all I have to
Here,
say.
here. That's right. Yeah.
Just remember, what goes around comes around.
I believe in karma.
You do that.
I really like to.
Here it is.
What the
I
know it.
Now I can be a man.
Maybe we should.
The next one to Chris.
Is there a problem with going to your house and getting these checks?
You know what happens out there? I may not be going to my house. I might be moving.
All right, gotcha.
How much is this one for?
500.
I think it was wait. Before they you read this.
Yeah, I think the sheriff.
Social coverage. Oh, I know. This is it, you guys. The happy group. Because none of us are happy. They're happy. We're not. We're not good. We're not running it right. We're not doing nothing right. Only that.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you can see.
Oh, I know.
Examples.
Rowdy.
And now you know why a lot of
What
people
happened the other night from them?
Who was that video there? She was threatening.
Huh?
She was threatening.
Okay.
Chris?
Which
This is the
Good enough. We sat there and watched it when he come up.
You were there?
From that group.
Went over with him.
Yeah, I saw
right out front.
He come up with 13 low on that car.
No, isn't that, see, that was mine.
Going back
Because you weren't at the other
just
meeting.
as much. Bogey, bogey.
Anybody want to see this? Take that.
We wanted to walk.
But he's got a big crowd following.
Tiger.
Mark, I think for the bocce and the shuffle, we're probably just going to write a cashier's check when we close the account. So I'll get that to you.
Probably in a couple days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably very soon.
Okay,
And
so
then I'll bring it to you just to make sure that we got all the things.
Okay.
Folks, can I ask you to sit back down?
What is she trying
I may not be playing cards.
Did you get your check?
Did you get your check? Not yet.
This is the last one we're writing this one.
Oh, your water.
Folks, what I'm gonna ask for,
That's why it's on the floor.
what I'm gonna ask for is a motion to adjourn our executive session and open the floor to the public. June made the motion. Brian seconds it. Just show of hands, please, if you can. Thank you very much. And just for...
Should we ask Brian and Sandy to come in
Oh,
prior
yes.
to letting them in?
I'll handle this, guys.
Okay.
As I'm saying, you saw the action out there. I will inform them as to what has happened and what's been done.
why they're here?
No,
No.
I don't want to know.
I don't know.
Sandy,
It don't matter.
in their behalf, I just want to say that at the coffee hour yesterday, people were asked to come to the committee meeting. It had not been advertised as closed, and that's why most of them are out there.
Whoever asked him probably shouldn't have.
Some of them,
Don't know how to act as adults, is what it is.
And
That's what it's about.
so many, like I started this meeting, so many people have been afraid to even come to this meeting today. That's why, and it actually came down that this would be okay to do. I'm glad that a lot of you don't know what some of us have been putting up with, but okay.
Let's
here we
get it
go.
over with.
Sandy, here we go. Before you do that, if they start yelling at you, I can speak up. I know you're a big girl, but.
Yeah, they said they had the Oh, did they? Oh.
Don't forget to transfer the.
Our executive session is over.
Honey, can you take that?
And if you all would like to come in, our executive session is over.
People here too. Thank God. Take that without
Everybody in? Pretty much. Okay. Folks, what you just witnessed was what was called an executive session under Robert's Rules of Order. We're now opening the floor up, but I'm going to tell you what has happened in this session and why. On February 14th, the Regional Vice President of Sun Communities spoke with many of us and told us his intention to hire for Baker Acres an activities coordinator. This is being done across the board in many of their communities. If you get online at suncommunities.com, you can see the advertisement for the position. It's open. It's being, applications are being gone through. And in this effect, this coordinator, as soon as they're hired, will be, example, you can read this online, assist with training activity department team members, prepare newsletters, organize fundraising activities to support the department. In essence, we will no longer be doing what we have done. The corporation will have a person come in and coordinate and provide activities for the department. With that in mind, what we did today in an executive session, the chairman, co-chairman of our committee, is that we have voted to disperse our funds to activities in the park that have supported us. For example, the bocce courts, the shuffle courts, Deckaholics that you all enjoy.
Ice cream social.
And we have voted that this committee, the Baker Acres Activity Committee, will be retiring effective next week. So that is what we wanted to do with our executive session. And I tried to explain that, but we needed to talk amongst our chairman. And this is everything that was said in here. Would anyone like to make any comments before we adjourn the meeting? Anything?
Sandy, will we get a copy, or will a copy of the minutes be posted to where the money's gone, et cetera?
You can, the money, our secretary's gone, we're done, but I will read off where the money is gone and the amounts, if anybody's wants to know. We're doing Deckaholic, $500. Coffee hour to fund them till the end of the year, $100. Woodworking for her supplies, $200. Inventory, so that you'll have plates and etc., $500. Ice cream social. There will be a scheduled March ice cream social that will be free to the people of this park. Water aerobics. They're getting $200 to buy a new boombox, which they've never gotten in years. Intakes. We asked every activity to please, if you have a need, tell us. So this is what we came up with. And bocce and shuffle each will get $1,814.66.
That's it.
Catherine?
200.
200.
In other words, all the money was dispersed within the park to the activities that have been here all along. None of them went anywhere else. They went here for those activities for the rest of the year. And particularly the two largest ones for the meeting that goes along with them.
And we're led to believe that as soon as they hire someone and the person, according to the RDP, will be from outside of the park, there will not be you will not be staring at me as your activities coordinator. Aren't you happy? And they'll take effect as soon as they get someone hired. Pat.
Is the water aerobics, is that the 10 o'clock class that's going to get the money for the radio?
I am sure that they can probably share it if it's needed, but no, we have never had any.
One is polar bear and one is water aerobics.
We've had nothing from
Only one showed up, so.
Which are you?
The 8 o'clock polar bear.
Okay.
But you guys get the same stuff, though, right?
Yeah.
I can split it.
I'm sure that the gals coordinate with each other, because they're both very good activities.
Why don't you tell them where the other money would have went had we not decided this?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And they'll understand why.
Once, because we are a 501c7 IRS designation with an EIN number, bona fide, certified, absolutely verified. I'm going to let Chris take it from here to explain to you if we did not disperse our money to the use of the people of the park, which is
What we were founded for.
What we were founded and based upon. I'll let her take it.
Our choice, according to law, IRS code, is we either have to disperse it amongst the activities that we were founded to do, or it had to go to a federal, state, or local government agency, such as, say, fire department, police department, or it had to go to a court for them to determine where it would be dispersed. Those were the only options legally available to us.
And the only option that was at all in any of our minds was to make sure that the money goes back to the people who bought our soup and sandwiches and attended our functions for 20 plus years. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Mary Sheffield.
Hello.
So some communities, each property has an activity coordinator.
I'm sorry, I can't speak to that.
I thought that
No,
That's what they're doing.
Mary, that is the trend that they are heading on. But to speak to if each property has it, you probably have to call
Fun communities.
Fun Communities.
Did they come to us
Yes.
and tell us that we were?
February 14th.
I'm sorry?
February 14th is the first that many of us heard of this. The RVP was here. the regional vice president, Justin Lawson, said that that is the trend that he is going to take. That is the avenue that he is going to take.
So he initiated it.
Yes.
We
So he put from up.
can't initiate something for the corporation like that.
What I'm asking is, was this initiated?
Yes.
To put in place
Yes.
the thought of the situation in our park right now.
Probably.
Yes,
That's what I wanted to know where it is.
it is the answer
From the corporate level.
from the corporate level.
Sir, I hope, because this park is not what it was when we got here 11 years ago.
And we agree. No
And we
kidding.
agree. We all agree.
Absolutely. You'll not get any argument from anybody. Okay, folks, yes.
The money that you disperse to the committees, will there be any accountability that they spend for those purposes and not? How's that going to be tracked?
That is going to be the integrity of the chairman that they have shown for 20 years. That is how the accountability will be. Okay, any other questions before I adjourn the meeting?
I'm asking a question.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you,
Okay.
folks.
Thank you very much. Elvis is leaving the building.